Rho equals chaos.
Find out certain things that they were never aware of.
What's considered a good coach? It's peace, it's clarity, it's not knowledge. Moishi!
Ari, good
How
to see
are you? Oh, dosta Mike.
Mike, okay.
Dosta Mike Azoy.
Come on in.
Where are we?
So, in Zamiyadzdu in Mahwah, New Jersey, right next to Muncie.
Okay.
This is a business park, a lot of offices, a lot of business happening over here.
Okay, and we came to which company?
I would like to introduce you to a company called Rock Leadership Solutions, run by Rabbi Chesky Brisk.
Okay.
Mr. Fragen, wie kom ich da aan?
Right.
So, good that you asked. So, ich bin Moshe Farber, fractional CMO.
Fraction is the name, or fraction you're a fraction of a CMO?
I am a full CMO, but I get involved a fraction in multiple companies. Happens to be in this company, Rock Leadership Solutions, I'm very much involved, and I'm part of the leadership team over here, helping them develop and grow certain programs, which I guess we'll get into the conversation during the day. Shalom Aleichem.
Hello.
Rabbi Chesky Brisk.
You keep going, don't let us bother you. Shalom Aleichem.
Who are you guys? Hello.
Hello. I heard
Who are you?
My
name is Chesky Brisk.
Nice to meet you. My name is Ari Chaimovich.
Oh, nice to meet you.
And I came to visit your jam over here.
I've realized that there is a pattern between all these companies that they while they look very
good from the outside.
Pretty from the outside.
Okay.
They are extremely, some of them are very chaotic from the inside.
What's considered a good coach?
First of all, they care, and they have excellent listening skills.
Supporters.
They don't control, they'll leave a lot of room for they understand that they're coaching people that are smarter than them and more successful than them. And I opened the company originally.
So you grew into be a company,
yeah.
you gave it a name, that was the first name?
No, we used to call it Brisk and Associates, like not a branded name.
Sounds like brisket.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I've approached first person was Shulam Berkowitz. He was, and I recruited him into my team. He added another person to the team.
Who was next?
Ari Kaufman.
What's his position today?
He's actually owner of Rock Leadership Solutions.
Really?
Yeah.
So Rab Shulam, Rab Chesky mentioned that you were the first coach. I see you only take Shine Pais around and down firm. Ari Kaufman had ook Shine Pais?
Yeah, you make me think now.
Right?
Do I have?
Yeah, very.
Yeah?
Very. If I was still doing commercials, I would hire you outside you and Novi. One, Reb Chesky says that Deeb is given the first one to be trained as a coach. What can you tell me about Rock Leadership Solutions? What is it in one sentence?
Rock Leadership Solutions focuses to help companies to not work in pain, to be able to run semi-automatic, energetic, where everybody is fulfilled and energized.
Wow.
So now we have almost 12 people, and we're looking for more.
Wow.
Because we have, so a lot of companies with Hasidic Yidden, behind Yidden, not known Hasidic, and there's always a little bit of pain, and sometimes a lot of pain, and we try to alleviate and sometimes completely eliminate it.
Wow. I finally realized that I'm only shooting myself in the leg because I'm killing myself. I don't like the first part of the editing. I don't like this part of the shooting. I need someone to hold it so I can focus on the questions and be engaging and be this. So Baruch Hashem, we have a full-time shooter and I have a full-time editor. So those two I delegated finally. But I think if I would do it right, I would already have a big video firm and I would just have someone run my schedule for me, and I would just have every day my to-do list without being involved in paperwork and money and all the nonsense that are not for me.
You said a minute ago that you wish if you would have another few people, more talent, you would be even bigger. But you have to be very careful with that, because if you would now hire a big team, you wouldn't make money because you don't have that amount of business to afford that luxury and that sophisticated operation.
Right. This is a little bit of clarity that I'm already getting. Reb Chesky says that when you are in growth mode, and it doesn't matter if you're stable or not, if you're going to go into growth mode, if you're going to hire a few more people, a few more clients, it's going to be chaotic.
Yeah.
So every time
you accelerate, and in the faster you accelerate, the
more chaotic it's going to be.
The more chaotic it will be.
No way.
Yes.
You're scaring me.
Yeah.
Okay, going back to stability.
I don't want to scare anyone. This is why leaders fall out of business, because they
went too fast.
What they were able to handle when they were small, they can't handle when they grew. And if they grew fast, it's very risky. And we're not saying, we are suggesting people to grow and grow fast, but they have to know. Now
I opened 4 tabs, 4 new services. I had 1 service. I opened 4 new services.
Okay.
I feel like I'm growing a little too fast into different areas.
Don't be afraid. Continue to go. Things accelerate. But you will need to understand, in a short time from now, you're going to be busy stabilizing and systemizing and creating order, putting in controls into place, and making processes, then principles. This is how it works, and it doesn't work like that, and it works that way.
That's what I was telling you.
So
that if there's a podcast, there has to be someone designated just for that, and if there's a business,
this is what it's called stability. Stability, you're putting into systemization into place, putting controls into place. By focusing on that and losing sight on growth, you're at the risk at putting into more dollars into your business and losing sight of growing your business.
Do people divide it into days of the week, or it's just checking in stability, checking in growth?
Usually it's seasonal. It's seasonal, like, but with one eye on the other side.
Wow. So Shula mentioned that you have 12 coaches.
He's one of them.
One of the 12.
Yes.
And Shula mentioned that we're looking for more?
One of them, but very unique in his skills.
Who, this guy?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear. What's your story? When did you start?
I started here probably 1.5 or 2 years ago, around.
Okay.
I started coaching 7 years ago, around. Someone pushed me into it. So a big bookkeeper that had a lot of clients sent me to his clients, and that's why I came in. And the reason I came in, I think, would be very interesting, and that's because of the support that I'm getting here. Because I used to be alone, meaning a single man band, and I didn't feel that I have a group of people support. So therefore I reached out, and I'm gaining here from the support from everybody. We have a team of people together, we're working together, we're training together. And we call it the lab, the coaches lab. So that's basically why I'm here and why I joined.
So a lot of coaches would be out there struggling to maintain their own little business.
Yes.
Well, this gives you the entire back end. What is Coaches Lab? It gives you the entire back end?
It gives you the training, how to be a professional coach, to be successful, and how to continue to be successful, make impact, and run a successful practice.
The next big thing that Rack Leadership Solutions worked on, which I'm very much involved, is something, if I may say so, something bigger as typical one-on-one coaching. It's a very sophisticated program aimed and designed for business leaders to join this community. So this community is called Ascendancy. This is like a program where business leaders, once a quarter, in a beautiful setting, a nice hotel, spend a day, full day. They go through a process of exercises, workshops presented by RLS coaches, and each on their own, every leader on their own, every person, not every company together, every person on their own goes through these workshops, these tools, and they become clearer and clearer and better and better and better and better through this process, through this whole day process. It's basically like a discovery day, which they find out certain things that they were never aware of really where they're up to in business, really what's going on, they find out really, what skills, processes they currently have, what they need. In the day-to-day, when you're in business, you don't really have time to think. You're like pulled into the hustle, into the grind of business. And this is like a day out of that box, together with other people that you feel comfortable, other leaders.
So the idea developed obviously out of Chesky's experience, so many years of experience dealing with businesses. And Lamasa, you saw that there is even a little benefit when you take businesses together in one room and you do the same process that he used to do or is doing with certain businesses here in this room. We take them together and we're doing it in a public forum. So it has a lot of benefits. And one thing that I want to add to what he just said is that every business owner knows knows enough. He knows enough in order to get the business to the next level. Most of the time, the problem is that implementation is very hard it's hard to integrate it, to put it into practice, la masa.
And this is something we see as feedback. Every time they come back, they're like so hyped up about this, and because they really see the difference this is making. And that's the most satisfying thing we could
Really, we have three kinds of services, which is we have one-on-one coaching, we have the leadership program, which means multiple people sitting together with a team. Then we have the Ascendancy program, 2-person per company, multiple companies coming together.
Right.
Now the Coaches Lab is just an internal. We learn together, we collaborate together, and we continue to educate each other.
So, tomorrow morning I will have a client come in, which I do quarterly sessions with the leadership team. This is called a quarterly realignment session, and this is the agenda.
Okay.
So jetzt geht man sie.
Jetzt gehen wir visiten a Ascendancy member. We are here in Muncie, very growing, sophisticated company, CPA firm. You'll get to meet. We are right now in the Smetana of Muncie. This is like right behind Raclette Kosher. This is Moishi Cohn.
We're here in Muncie just about 7 years, and our first office was on Main Street. Then we moved over here like 9 months ago. And thankfully, now recently we took over the next section.
How did you start this? You got out of yeshiva, you said, okay, I'm going to be an auditor.
So I got out of yeshiva, yeah. I got out of yeshiva. I was in Koil for a few years. Somehow I started doing 1040s for the Koiling a lot, for $25 or $30 by lunch. I consider myself today, on one hand, a psychiatrist, because as an accountant, 90% of my work is psychiatry, not accounting work. But on the other hand, I run a company. And all of a sudden, instead of being an accountant, you find yourself leading a company. And I'd never signed up for that. Never signed up for that. So, and especially if you grow faster than you initially signed up for, so to speak, then you find yourself just being always in chaos, and that's something healthy, not something wrong. So with the RAC leadership, I know for a few years right now. I mean, Chesky Brisk has been around for maybe 20, 30 years almost. Or we participants found ourselves that there was way too much information packed in one day. So they came up with the brilliant idea of doing a 12-month program. So it's divided in quarters. We had by now two full-day in-session days, which was amazing. Obviously, we can get into detail about that. And then we worked through the quarter. We worked through progress and ensuring we move through the quarter. So they'll think, what's the direct ROI or return on investment that I'll get from it? Right. So the answer over here is it's peace. It's clarity, it's not dollars, and sometimes clarity and peace, it's like the Rambam says, right? So that's something that doesn't have a dollar, but there isn't something better than clarity and peace of mind.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.